It was really nice meeting you today, Nina. I can't believe that we spent an entire day together. Time went by so fast today. Thanks for showing me around the city. It was really kind of you to drive me around.
It's no problem at all, John. I had such a great time too. Thanks for treating me to dinner. I appreciate it. To be honest with you, I wasn't exactly expecting to meet a decent guy on a dating app. You were a really pleasant surprise for me. It's the first time I felt glad using an app.
Sounds like you've had some rough experiences in the past with it.
Well, you could say that. You really don't want to hear about it.
You're actually the first person I met using an app. I guess I must have been very lucky to get to meet you as my first person. I actually just tried installing it as I recently moved here. I didn't really know anyone. I'm so glad I did, though.
Well, let's hope that we can both stop using dating apps together. Anyway, you want to meet up again sometime next week? I know this really great pizza place that I want to take you to. I'm free most evenings next week.
Did you just say pizza? I'm always down for pizza. I'd love to see you again as soon as possible. How's next Thursday work? I'll be done with work at around 6 p.m.
Yeah, that works for me too. I'm done with work at around 18:30. I'll meet you just outside the restaurant then? I'll book a reservation at the restaurant at around 1900 then. We'll send you the details later. Looking forward to seeing you again.
Thanks so much. I'm also looking forward to it already, too. Hey, Nina. I have something that I want to discuss with you. It's about our upcoming wedding next May.
Hey, honey. I'm super excited about it already. I finally get to be Mrs. O'Brien. This is exactly what I wanted for the longest time. Sorry if I got a little off topic. Anyway, what did you want to discuss about our wedding, honey?
Oh, it's no problem at all. I'm just as excited about this as you are. Anyway, you may already know this, but my family is pretty big on religion. Catholicism is a huge part of my family's culture and identity. It's been that way for many generations, and I don't think it's gonna change. We always attend church every Sunday and take all the religious festivities very seriously. I guess what I want to say is that we're a very typical Irish-American family.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about all of this before. I think it's great that all of you are very religious people, and I respect it very much even though I'm not a very religious person myself.
Anyway, I was thinking that we should have our wedding at a Catholic church. How does that sound to you?
At a Catholic church? John, I thought we've already discussed this issue before.
Yeah, I know that you didn't want to have our wedding at a Catholic church, but it can't be helped. I'm pretty sure that my family want me to have our wedding at a Catholic church if possible. Well, at least some members of my family. My older brother James doesn't really seem to mind, but his wife Sarah is a bit strict with upholding the family tradition. She's a devout Catholic, but she was an atheist before meeting James. She converted as soon as she married my brother. Anyway, they had their wedding ceremony at St. Mary's Roman Catholic Church in New York City. That was about 10 years ago. I think that she wants us to have our wedding at the same church if possible.
Honey, I hope you don't take this the wrong way. Okay, I personally am not opposed to it getting married there. It's just that my parents would definitely be against it, as they're strict Mormons. I've become non-religious ever since leaving them, but they're very strict about this kind of stuff.
Wait, what? They're Mormon? I had no idea about this at all. Why didn't you tell me about this before? It kinda would have been nice to know.
I guess I didn't mention it because I didn't feel the need to bring up religion. I just don't feel comfortable promoting my family's faith in front of other people. Maybe because of all the stigma surrounding Mormons, especially from the media. There was this one time when I was younger, someone who knew that I was Mormon asked me if my dad had like 7 wives or something. Looking back, I can't help but chuckle at episodes like that. But at the time, I remember getting so upset that I would often cry in front of my parents. There were many other times when I was made fun of for my religion. I think that's also a reason why I distanced myself from religion after growing up.
Well, this is a little shocking to hear. To be completely honest with you, I actually believed some of the Mormon stereotypes. Mainly the polygamy thing. Is that still practiced today?
No! The LDS Church actually banned the practice over 100 years ago. So whatever you see and hear on TV is grossly exaggerated. I feel like everyone just assumes the stereotypes and don't even try to correct their view even when it's not correct.
Oh, I see. I guess that's kinda cool to know. Anyway, back to the original topic.
Yeah, sorry for going off on a tangent about Mormonism. Anyway, I guess we have to decide on where to have our wedding then.
So let me guess. It's gonna be difficult to have a Catholic wedding. Am I right?
Yeah. I don't think my parents will be too keen on that. It'll be hard to convince them to allow their daughter to get married in a Catholic environment. Sorry, John. I just don't think that I can go against my parents on this matter.
Oh no, there's no need to apologize. It's totally fine. After all, I didn't even know about your parents being devout Mormons. I guess I'll try to have a talk to my family about this too, then.
Thanks for being so understanding, honey. It's a tough issue, isn't it? It's not like I wanted to be born into a Mormon family, but they are my parents, so I'm always a little conflicted when topics like this come up.
Well, there's nothing we can do about our families coming from different religious backgrounds. Maybe both our families will come to understand each other better. You know, just as there are more and more multicultural households in today's generation. By the way, are you completely non-religious then? Or are you still a Mormon that just doesn't do religious practices very much?
I'm actually not a Mormon anymore. I was born and raised in Salt Lake City, Utah. They have a huge Mormon community there, and coincidentally, that's where my parents met. I used to go to a Mormon temple until I moved out of state for college. Now I just don't have a religion. Growing up in a religious environment kind of made me realize that it just wasn't for me.
Gotcha. So, how do your folks feel about you no longer practicing their faith? Was it troublesome at all?
Oh, they're fine with it now. They were really disappointed at first, but they eventually came around after a few years. By the way, is your mom going to be okay with having a civil ceremony? I feel like she's secretly looking forward to a Catholic wedding. I'm not really sure if I want a heavily Catholic wedding either.
Actually, she told me she's fine either way. She said it's our life and our choice to make.
Really? Phew, that's a huge relief then. You almost had me worried for a sec. I guess it seems like we're not going to have too much trouble arranging a wedding where everyone is happy then. I originally thought that religion would cause a big problem for us. I'm glad it doesn't seem like it's going to be the case.
Don't sweat it, babe. It's not that big of a deal. I'll ask her again the next time I see her, just to make sure. I doubt she'll change her mind. This wedding is our wedding anyway. We should be the ones determining everything.
Thanks so much, honey. That's a huge relief to hear. I'll do my best to try to fit in with your family in the future. Since I'm going to marry into a Catholic household, I'll start attending church with you on Sundays. It will take some time, but I want to make sure I do a good job of transitioning into the O'Brien family. I don't want to let you or your parents down.
Aw, I'd appreciate that a lot. I'm sure my parents would love that too. I'm sure that you're going to be welcomed into our family no matter what, though. I've already let everyone know how great of a person you really are.
Thanks for being so understanding, honey. I hope that we can all get this figured out soon then.
Yeah, I hope so too. James, remind me again. Where is your brother planning on having his wedding? I heard today that they're gonna have a civil ceremony at the local town hall. Wait, are you for real? Did you just say at the town hall? Why are they not having their wedding at a Catholic church? I even gave your brother so many hints about exactly where he should have the wedding. They need to use the same church that we had our wedding at. It sounds like the bride's family is from a Mormon background. I don't think they want a Catholic wedding, and that's why they've decided to go with this plan. They decided to keep their ceremony non-religious so that it would be fair for everyone involved. Well, that's not fair at all. We had our wedding at a Catholic church. That means that they have to have their wedding at a Catholic church too. I'm not gonna let them get away with something like this at all. Wait, but Sarah, you were an atheist too at one point. Same with both your parents. I don't think that there's any need to care about where my brother is having his wedding. And besides, your folks allowed us to get married at St. Mary's, remember? We got permission from everyone, so everyone was happy. I don't really understand what you were complaining about. Where they have their wedding doesn't have anything to do with us. James, you can call me old-fashioned, but it's the wife's responsibility to adapt to her husband's family, including his faith. Even if that means converting to another religion. I mean, that's what I did. That's exactly why I expect your brother's wife to do the same as me. I made some sacrifices to become who I am right now, so she should be doing the same as me too. She has to become fully Catholic as soon as she decides to join this family. Don't be ridiculous. This isn't the 19th century. There are tons of interreligious marriages and families living in this day and age. It's really not that big of a deal. Let's just stay out of this and let them arrange their marriage, okay? We'll just attend and congratulate them both no matter where they choose to have the wedding. I'm sorry, but I don't think that I can agree to that at all. As her future sister-in-law, I'm gonna have a little talk with your brother's fiancé. Someone needs to put this girl in her place. Her name was Nina or something along those lines, right? After all, I'm older than her and have been a member of the O'Brien family for almost an entire decade. She needs someone to help establish the guidelines and teach her a few things about how our family is run. I'll guide her in the correct direction. We wouldn't want her going against our God's ways, after all. If she can't accept our faith, then she has no place in this family. You're gonna do what? Please just leave her alone. There's really no need to step your foot into this problem at all. Also, John is madly in love with Nina. He will never forgive you if you plan on approaching her with that kind of attitude. He's probably going to be very protective of her. You'll only end up shooting yourself in the foot. I'm just going to say that you should let it go. So I can't even have a short conversation with my own sister-in-law? What is this, a communist country? And why would your brother get all worked up over something like this? I have every right to go talk to her. Stop trying to talk me out of doing this. They have to have a Catholic wedding no matter what. I don't understand why you don't seem to be on my side about this. This is not something you should be meddling in. I don't understand why you're taking this so personally. It barely has anything to do with you. You're wrong, James. This is a personal affair. You don't think that I would have preferred to have our wedding at the town hall? That would have been so much easier for me as well, you know. Instead of stubbornly clinging to my personal interests, I chose to put your family's wishes before my own. That is how understanding and considerate I am. James, you should consider yourself lucky for meeting such a fabulous wife like me. I'm just gonna force her to make the same sacrifices as me. Okay. Whatever you say then. I really don't think that this is a good idea, though. I did warn you about this. Oh, stop pretending that you don't care. This is a pretty big problem, you know. If you're gonna get married into your husband's family, it's a given that you also convert to his religion. There is no room for negotiation. Period. Wives aren't really obligated to convert to their husband's religions anymore, Sarah. You're so behind. Times have changed, and I really don't think there's any need for this kind of attitude. Oh, whatever. I can't believe that you're being like this. Anyway, I'm gonna have to talk to Nina sometime soon then. It's been the family tradition to get married at a Catholic church for generations. Isn't that right, James? Well, not really. I guess it might have been preferable, but it's not an absolute must. I really don't think that where their wedding takes place is that important. How could you say something like that? Do you not realize what I had to go through at all? I had to make so many sacrifices when I got married to you. I expect any other woman that's trying to become a part of this family to do the same thing as me. Wait, but that's what you wanted at the time. We didn't force you to have a Catholic wedding. You said that there were a lot of celebrities who were having Catholic weddings at the time. You had also mentioned that it was your dream to have our wedding just like theirs. Am I wrong? I feel like you didn't sacrifice anything at all. You got the exact wedding that you wanted, didn't you? That's different. Stop trying to bring up weird points like that. Sarah, please just listen. Don't do anything you'll end up regretting later on. Just mind your own business and move on. Don't you have better things to worry about in your life? Why are you so fixated on John's wedding? Even my mom was okay with the wedding being a civil ceremony. Stop making such a big fuss. None of my family members want you to do this. Stop trying to justify your actions by using my family. You're the only one that has such a twisted opinion on this matter. I'm not making a big fuss at all. Why don't you understand what I'm trying to say? This is a legitimate concern that needs to be addressed. I can't believe your mom would do this to me. Forcing me to have a Catholic wedding, but allowing her youngest daughter-in-law to have a civil ceremony. Is she playing favorites or what? Ugh, the injustice is just unreal. I can't believe I'm being betrayed like this. Anyway, I'm gonna go let this woman called Nina know how I feel about this. Hey, Nina! You may not remember who I am, but I'm your soon-to-be sister-in-law. I was able to get your number from one of my family members, by the way. I was just hoping that we could get to know each other, seeing as we're gonna be family soon.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Thanks for going out of your way to contact me. Of course I remember you. How have you been, by the way?
I've been doing pretty well. We haven't talked to each other since our first encounter earlier this year. I was kinda bummed that I didn't get to know you better back then.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have been better about keeping in touch with you since we're all gonna become family pretty soon. I'm glad we have each other's number now. We can keep in contact whenever we want to now.
Actually, don't worry about contacting me, Nina. You disgust me a little, so receiving messages from you when I'm not expecting it would be unpleasant.
Wait, I'm sorry, but what? Did you mistype that?
Oh, my bad. I was just kidding. It's a joke, you know.
Oh, a joke. I see. So, anyway, what's up? Did you get in touch with me to talk about something in particular then?
Actually, yeah. There is something that I wanted to talk to you about today. I heard that you and John were planning on having your wedding at the town hall. Is that really true?
Yes, we are having the wedding there. My family's Mormon, so I didn't think my parents would appreciate their daughter getting married in a Catholic church. That's why I discussed everything with John, and we ended up deciding to have our wedding here.
Oh, I see. However, there's a huge problem with this, Nina. You're simply not gonna be allowed to get married in a place like that.
A huge problem? What do you mean by that? Me and John are the ones getting married, and we both came to an agreement over this. I don't see what the problem with this is.
Once you get married, you become a member of your husband's family. The illustrious O'Brien family. You're gonna become one of us. Therefore, you must adapt to your new family's ways and traditions. And that includes religion, my dear. Even if that means converting to your husband's faith. You can't just go about trying to change this tradition yourself.
I'm sorry, but I don't have a religion right now, Sarah. I don't practice any faith at all. My parents are against me having a Catholic wedding too because they are both Mormons. I really don't see any reason why I should have to have a Catholic wedding at all.
Well, you shouldn't be using your parents' religion as an excuse for this at all. Their opinion doesn't matter in this at all. Once they marry off their daughter, she's no longer a part of their family, right? I just don't get it. Help me try to understand this. Why are you trying to be so damn selfish about this? Both you and your parents need to wake the hell up!
What do you mean by that? How am I and my family being selfish?
Your fiancé's family is Catholic, which means they want the both of you to have a Catholic wedding presided by the priest. All the women who married into this family followed this tradition, and it's been this way for generations, without exception. So for your parents to be adamantly against your in-laws' wishes is a bit rude, I think. Don't you agree? You're also going against this family's tradition by doing this.
I don't know why you're attacking me over this. These problems have already been talked about and solved. John's mom fully understands this issue. It's something that even she has agreed to overlook. We got permission from her before finalizing where we're gonna have the wedding.
The reason she hasn't said anything to you is because she's way too nice and lenient on you. I'm sure on the inside, she's having a hard time masking her disappointment. Trust me, I know her. I've been her daughter-in-law for the past 10 years. She probably hates you for doing something this terrible to her.
I really doubt that. She seemed to be pretty laid back about it when I last talked to her. Sarah, this has all been decided already. I just don't think it would be possible to have our wedding at a Catholic church at this point. You're just gonna have to give up on this.
You really aren't good at listening to other people, are you? What you're trying to do is absolutely unacceptable. I'm demanding you to have your wedding at a Catholic church. Also, you have to listen to what I tell you to do no matter what.
I'm sorry, but why should I have to do that?
Usually, when an older relative gives you advice, most people would simply nod and do as they're told. I'm gonna be your sister-in-law. You should be taking my advice. I'm telling you to have a Catholic wedding and be faithful to our religion.
I really don't think that's the right thing to do, seeing as I don't really believe in religion so much.
Gosh, you are so stubborn. I can already tell that you and John will not enjoy a long, happy marriage together. How dare you say that you don't believe in a religion? You're faithless, selfish, and such a huge idiot for doing this.
Watch your mouth, Sarah. I'm sorry, but you don't get to have a say in where we have our wedding. Please stop continuing to voice your opinion about this. It's a little unpleasant, and it's not going to change my opinion either.
Wow, you really are hopeless, aren't you? I guess that I'm gonna have to do something about this. You better make sure to think about what I just told you. I advise you to reconsider your wedding plans, especially the venue. As I said before, you're no longer a member of your family once you get married. It's only customary for the wife to adapt to her husband's family. It's an absolute must in our household. Don't ever forget that. Get it? Got it? Good. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, honey. I think that there's seriously something wrong with your sister-in-law. I had a really unpleasant conversation with her just now.
Do you mean Sarah? Why? Did something happen between you two?
Well, I think she managed to get my number from someone, and she started to text me all of a sudden. She kept on complaining to me about why we're not having our wedding at a Catholic church, and she said some pretty offensive things to me, too.
Wait, what? I can't believe that she would do something like that to you.
She then started to lecture me about how women are no longer part of their own families after marriage, and they have to adapt themselves to their husbands' families. On top of that, she had the nerve to call my parents idiots and selfish. I haven't felt this angry in a long time.
I can't believe this. Why would she say something like that to you? That is absolutely unacceptable. I have no idea why she's butting her head into this matter in the first place. It basically has nothing to do with her.
I was shocked too, and I couldn't even think properly. Why do I have to put up with this nonsense? And I'm not even being stubborn about it. I even said that I would attend church regularly after getting married, if that would help me adjust to being part of the family. I really don't think that I did anything to deserve this kind of treatment from her.
Yeah, I know, babe. Just calm down. I'll talk to Sarah later, as she's obviously in the wrong about this.
Is she intentionally trying to make me miserable or something? I really don't understand why she had to do this to me.
Sarah's not the type to bully anyone. She's probably just concerned about you or something. Let me try to see what's going on with her.
Well, it definitely didn't sound like she was concerned with me at all.
All right, I'll talk to her right now. And don't let it upset you too much, sweetheart.
Okay. Thanks. Let me know what happens.
Hey, Sarah. You have a moment right now? Oh, hi, John. I haven't heard from you in a while. You must be so busy preparing for the upcoming wedding. Yeah, I guess you could say that. So, what can I do for you, John? Kinda rare for you to reach out to me, especially with your big day coming up. Did you have something in mind that you wanted to talk about? Well, maybe you already know what this is about. I heard that you texted Nina earlier today. You know, my fiancé. Oh, so that's what this is about. Is that what she told you? What did she say about me then? She said you complained about us not having a Catholic wedding. I was also told that you might have said some pretty insulting things to her about her and her parents. Oh, that. Yes, I did mention that to her. I had to marry your older brother James at a Catholic church, even though I wasn't Catholic at the time. However, Nina is being given the freedom to get married elsewhere. Don't you think that's a bit unfair? I had to make some sacrifices to have a Catholic wedding. That's why I think it's only fair that I complain about this. She should also have to have a Catholic wedding to become a part of this family. From what I was told, you were delighted to have a Catholic wedding. That's what you dreamed of having for a long time, wasn't it? It's not like my family forced you to have a Catholic wedding or anything. I really don't understand why you're complaining about this so much. Wait, what did you just say? Who told you that? James was the one that told me that you were very excited about having a Catholic wedding. Gosh, that big mouth. I only pretended to like the idea of a Catholic wedding. You know, for your parents' sake. I didn't really want it. I would have very much preferred a civil wedding ceremony instead. But I was too nice to say anything about it, so I just went along with your parents' wishes. I know, I'm just super nice like that. You're welcome, by the way. Deep down, I hated the idea of a Catholic wedding, but I still went through with it, you know. Nina should have to do the same. She shouldn't have to do anything. Regardless, this matter has already been discussed with my parents. Both of them have already approved of the civil wedding. So why are you getting involved all of a sudden? It's basically got nothing to do with you. John, you shouldn't forget that I'm your older brother's wife. I'm also a member of this household and have been for almost a decade. As the oldest daughter-in-law, I have the right to voice anything I feel is unjust. I feel like this wedding not being Catholic is a huge mistake. I think that Nina needs to be taught a lesson. You don't need to do anything about this. Please just calm down and be happy for us. I get that you might not have had your ideal wedding, but I don't think this is a matter that you should be meddling in. Please just leave her alone. Wait, what did you just say? Are you really not going to do anything about this? I've already talked to my parents and Nina about this. Our wedding will be a non-religious ceremony presided by a government official. It will be held at the town hall as planned. Sarah, just let it go and move on. There's really no need for you to get involved in this at all. OMG. James! I can't believe your brother. Why is he being so stupid about this? What is it now, Sarah? Did something happen? John said he's gonna take care of all the wedding plans on his own. And he told me to butt out of it. He also doesn't seem to think that Nina's doing something wrong by not having a Catholic wedding. How can he say that to me? I am his sister-in-law. I should have a little more authority over matters like this. Well, I mean, he's not wrong though, is he? Hold on a moment. What did you just say? Hey! Whose side are you on? You're my husband, for God's sake! There should only be one answer to this question! Actually, I'm not gonna just blindly take your side over everything. Why are you being so sensitive about this, Sarah? Both sides agreed to a civil marriage. So why do you keep bringing it up? You're just beating a dead horse. There's really no need for us to do anything about something that's already been decided peacefully. Let's just relax and congratulate them for getting married. Now we can't be sitting back and doing nothing about this. All of this greatly affects our future. At this rate, your parents are gonna let John inherit the family's restaurant business. What did you say? That has nothing to do with this. It's true, though. John is your younger half-brother from your father's second marriage. So what? I don't care. None of that is important to me. Why are you bringing up all this family stuff right now anyway? Just listen to me. It's all related and very important. Well, I heard that your stepmother is quite wealthy. Doesn't she own several properties in Dallas and Boston? My mom has never treated me any differently from John. She has always loved me as her own son. I really don't see why any of this would matter at all. That's because you're too naive to notice. You know, as there's a saying that blood is thicker than water, right? Think about it. Would you rather give your money to a child who's your flesh and blood? Or to a child who has no blood ties to you whatsoever? It's obviously gonna be to the former. So what? Even if that's true, what does that have to do with his wedding? You're sounding more and more crazy to me by the minute. Oh, this has absolutely everything to do with his wedding. Why don't you seem to get it? So what is it? Explain it to me. Tell me why this is relevant. After John gets married and starts his own family, your mom will leave all her assets to him. I'm sure of it. He's gonna be inheriting basically everything from her. Oh God, Sarah. Just stop. You're being ridiculous. What's gotten into you? I really doubt my mom is gonna favor him like that. Also, it's not something that we should even be worrying about at this point. Even now, your father is treating you less favorably than your brother. You have to work long hours in the kitchen. All he has to do is manage the waiters. If this isn't discrimination, I don't know what is. This difference in treatment between you guys is just gonna get worse and worse. Sarah, I have a degree in culinary arts. I'm a chef by profession. This is what I've always wanted to do. Plus, I may work longer hours, but I do get paid more than John does. That's why I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. It has nothing to do with favoritism or anything like that at all. Could you please just give up on this matter and move on? Fine, whatever. It's just that I'm worried that your mom will have second thoughts about the inheritance. My intuition tells me that Nina will eventually try to take away all the family's assets for herself. I just know it. That sneaky girl. She's already undermining this family by not agreeing to the correct wedding style. Sarah, please. I'm begging you. Just stop already. I've heard enough. You're giving me a migraine. We shouldn't be talking about this anymore, okay? Just you wait and see, James. Don't come crying to me later on when you find out that everything I've said turns out to be true. Hi, Nina. Is everything going well with you?
Oh, hi, Sarah. It's been a while. Yeah, I guess things are going pretty smoothly for myself. How have you been?
Not too great, unfortunately. John has been making a fuss over my conversation that I had with you last time. I've been too intimidated to get in touch with you guys since then.
Oh, I see. May I ask why you decided to contact me today, then?
Oh, don't mind what I just said too much. I contacted you about something else today. You know about the family dinner that's coming up in a few days, right?
Yes, I heard about it. John's mom invited us to her house for dinner. She says we'll be having Sunday roast together. This is my first time having Sunday roast, so I'm really looking forward to it. I take it that you're gonna be there too? I hope we can talk things out if you're still feeling like our wedding is gonna be a problem.
Well, of course I'm gonna be there. Why would you even ask me that? I've been part of this family for 10 years already. Oh, by the way, don't tell me that you guys are only planning on stopping by to eat. That would be so inconsiderate. What are your plans?
Well, what else am I supposed to do there? We were gonna have dinner together and then get going? I mean, that's what we were invited over for in the first place.
The dinner's gonna be at 6 p.m., so I expect you to come by 3 p.m. at the latest to help out with prep work.
By prep work, do you mean cooking? If you guys need some help, then I'd be more than happy to come assist.
Yes, of course. And both of your future in-laws will be there, along with John's aunts and uncles. Even though you're not officially married into our family yet, it would be incredibly rude to just eat dinner and leave. Don't you think so, Nina? It really wouldn't be a good impression at all.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's just that I have other plans that day. I have to finish an illustration project by that afternoon. It's for my freelance work. I was planning on coming to dinner after I had finished with my work. Maybe I can just come help out the next time?
Oh, please. Stop making up excuses like that. Can't you just finish it in an hour? Surely doing a couple of illustrations can't be that time-consuming.
No, of course not. I take pride in my work, so it takes a decent amount of time to do. Even John's mom knows how important this job is to me. That's why she told me to not worry about anything else and only show up for dinner. She clearly said those words to me when we talked about this dinner. I don't think I need to come early like you're saying right now.
Nina, sweetie. You're not serious about what you just said, are you? What kind of spell did you cast our mother-in-law under? I mean, you must have her wrapped around your little finger. Don't you? There's no way she would say that to me. You're just a filthy liar. You're a cockroach preying on this family's money.
Wait, what did you just say, Sarah? Watch your words. You're crossing the line. I don't even know what you're getting so worked up over.
You're not the only one around here who is busy, sweetie. What do I look like to you? Your maid? Your personal chef? Are you expecting me to cook all your meals for you? I have to be at the dinner in advance to help prepare. This is just so unfair if I have to go early and you don't. It's absolutely unforgivable.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Look, Sarah, Stop putting words in my mouth. You know that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm grateful that you're going to be there early helping prepare. I definitely would be there if I wasn't working. If it's this big of a deal to you, I'll make sure to make it up to you in the future.
I've decided to overlook the wedding issue. But this is a totally different matter. And I won't let this one slide. Work or no work, you better be here by 3 p.m. Is that clear with you? I'm definitely not going to accept no as an answer from you.
Okay, fine then. I guess I'll do my best to get there early. No guarantees, though. I'll go as early as possible once I finish my job that day.
What do you mean by no guarantees? You must be here by 3 p.m. Is that not clear enough to you?
Okay, I get your point already. I'll do my best.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention one more thing. Make sure to pick up some ribeye steak on the way here. That's the only kind of beef the O'Brien elders like to eat. With a bottle of Smith & Wollensky's premium steak sauce. And yes, you must get that specific brand. Not the cheap A1 sauce. If you don't, then this whole dinner is gonna be a disaster.
Okay, I'll try my best. I mean, I will get them for you, Sarah.
Good girl. Well then, see you at the dinner, Nina. I'm excited to prepare the dinner with you. Nina, are you on your way here already? Did you fall asleep in the car or something? What's taking you so darn long? We need to start cooking for the dinner tonight. I thought that we both promised that the preparations for this dinner will start at 3 p.m.
I'm so sorry, Sarah. There's no way I'll be finished with this illustration by 3 p.m. I told you that I'd do my best, but my own work takes priority.
What the hell? Nina, are you trying to play games with me? Quit horsing around and get your butt over here immediately! I absolutely hate people that can't keep promises. You better not be one of them!
Don't worry, Sarah. That's why I ordered the ribeye and steak sauce in advance. They should be delivered to your house. I'm really sorry. I absolutely have to submit this to the company by the end of the day. You guys go ahead and start the preparations in advance. I'll try to get there as soon as possible.
Oh my god. Quit acting like you're the only busy one around here. You're not that special. Being busy is not an excuse to neglect your responsibilities to your family, Nina. You need to get here as soon as possible.
I know. I understand that. But this is a really important assignment. I already let you all know about this in advance, too. Again, I'm sorry. I'll come over as soon as I'm done with my work. I promise.
You really have things easy, don't you? You're so lucky to have met a wonderful husband like John. Otherwise, this kind of horrendous behavior would not be tolerated.
Huh? Not tolerated?
What do you mean by that? Your mother-in-law dotes on John so much. That's probably why she adores you, too. Don't get too cocky, dear. I won't allow it.
How am I being cocky? It's not like I'm intentionally trying to get out of the family dinner. I actually have work to do. Please stop trying to create a problem out of nothing. I'm gonna be running late, but I told you I'll be there later tonight. I promise.
Forget it, sweetie. I'm gonna tell the entire family how much of a traitor you really are. You have no sense of respect for people who are older than you.
Sarah, stop being ridiculous. You are overreacting. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not trying to miss out on the family dinner. I will be there tonight.
And who's gonna believe you? No one, I bet. You can't seem to keep any promises after all. Ugh, whatever. Whether you show up or not is your business, not mine. I can't believe I was stupid enough to believe that you would come to help prepare. You're the worst human being that I've ever met in my life. Hey, you idiot! What the hell do you think you're doing? What do you want from me now? You can't just run off like that without asking for permission. You sure do have some nerves, don't you? Just who do you think you are? Come back right now.
Why do you think I left? Think about that for a sec, Sarah. Try thinking real hard.
You really have no manners, do you? You're just an absolute brat.
The only one without any manners is you, Sarah. I'm officially breaking off the engagement. You're not my sister-in-law anymore, Sarah. I don't want to have anything to do with you in the future. You're nothing but a crazy old hag. You are twisted and deranged beyond anyone's comprehension. You keep bossing me around like I'm your slave. I'm so sick and tired of you harassing me like this. I've had enough of your gaslighting garbage. Grow up and get lost.
What the hell? What did you just say to me? I thought I taught you not to talk back to me like that.
Just stay out of my life, got it? You're the reason why John and I aren't going to be getting married. You've ruined our relationship. It's all your fault.
Babe, please pick up. Please, I'm begging you. Let me talk to you about this face to face.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing that I want to discuss with you at this point. I won't marry you, John. I just can't. It's over.
Why not, Nina? Why all of a sudden? I just don't understand why you're doing this to me.
I can't stand that sister-in-law of yours. She just manages to ruin my mood every single time she either talks to me or texts me. I can see that she absolutely despises me for some reason, even though I haven't done anything to her at all.
Sarah was just drunk. She made a mistake. She didn't really mean it. Please, would you come back and let us all talk about this?
So you're saying that I should forgive her for what she did and said to me? Of all things, she had to call me a gold digger in front of your entire family. Does she think that I'm marrying you for the money? She then proceeded to launch an empty bottle of wine at me. The glass shattered right next to my face. I could have been so badly injured by that.
Please just give her an opportunity to apologize to you. I know that what she did to you is unacceptable. Also, I know that you're not after me for my money. You earn more than me in the first place.
Well, what happened today is only just the tip of the iceberg. She's been making snide remarks about me in front of the in-laws all throughout dinner that evening. Sarah tries to find every fault of mine and magnify it in front of other people, just to humiliate me and make me look bad. If this is the way she's treating me now, imagine what she would be like after we get married. Oh, God. No way. There is absolutely no way I'm going ahead with this marriage. None, I tell you.
Babe, listen. I'll talk to Sarah. I'll make sure that she doesn't mess with you again. Please, just give me a chance to fix this issue.
I already gave you a chance to fix it, but you didn't. This has been going on for a long time, you know. I just don't get it. It's not like she's done this once or twice. What did I ever do to her? I have no idea why she hates me so much.
I'll tell her to apologize to you. So please don't leave me. You know how much I love you, right? I can't live without you, Nina.
Is it really worth going through with this marriage while putting up with Sarah's insults and attacks? I really feel like I'll be able to find happiness elsewhere.
Wait, please don't make such a rash decision like this. I'll demand an apology from her immediately. Don't worry. Let's just talk this through, face to face. We'll reason this out, all right?
Okay, but I want a direct, sincere apology from her, John. I'm serious.
Got it. You absolute monster! I just wish that you go to hell already.
Oh my God. I thought you came to say sorry to me. What the hell is happening? Why the hell did you grab my hair like that? I can't believe that you physically hurt me like that. I didn't think that you'd go this far.
Well, it's all your fault as always. I was getting so stressed out because of you. The entire family's been nagging me to apologize to you for weeks. What else was I supposed to do? I needed to take out my frustration somewhere, you know.
You really are crazy, aren't you? You're straight up evil to the core. Only crazy people resort to physical violence like you did.
Well, you hurt me as well, you know. You're just as bad. Look at this photo of my eye. What are you gonna do about my face? Huh? Answer me.
Now you're trying to make up a lie? I never hit you at all. You're the one that ran into the pole. If you hadn't made such a scene, this would have never happened. Right?
Well, I had to try to run because you were pulling my hair. You absolute filth of a human being.
You've got to be kidding me. Don't you remember? You were the one who grabbed my hair first! My God, woman! You really are dumber than you look. That's a pretty huge achievement, by the way. You're a bold little girl, aren't you? I heard that you threatened John to call off the wedding. What you're doing just doesn't make any sense at all. Who says I threatened anyone? I'm just doing what I feel is right for my future. A future where you're gonna be around is definitely not gonna be a good future for me. I know that for sure. Since you have John twisted around your little finger, he's been following your every command, like a loyal little dog following his master. Same with my mother-in-law. She's never had a keen eye for judging people. I mean, what does she see in a sly gold digger like you anyway? Sarah, stop acting like such a child. Just admit it. Admit that you're jealous of a younger, prettier woman becoming your future sister-in-law. Pull yourself together and act your age. You'll rack up bad karma if you don't fix your attitude. Ugh, this is just so pitiful. I'm almost starting to feel bad for you. And who do you think you are, anyway? How dare you interfere with our marriage? Just do everyone a favor, will you? Go and check yourself into a hospital. You have some serious mental issues that need to be addressed. I'm calling off this marriage for good. And since we're no longer related, stay the hell away from me. If you come near me one more time, that black eye of yours will be the least of your concerns. I swear, I'll break both of your legs. I'm serious. What the hell? How could you say all that? So get out of my sight, you crazy hag! I'm warning you, I'm very close to my limits now. Everyone, I have a very important announcement. Take a look at this photo. It's my eye. See how swelled up it is? Well, this is what that this is what Nina did to me. Oh, for the love of God. Here we go again. Would you please stop making up drama like this? You only have yourself to blame for this. Sarah, stop this nonsense. I've had enough. Can't you just let it go? Leave her alone already. She hasn't done anything to you at all. Hey, it's all your fault that the love of my life left me. You know that? She's telling me that she doesn't want to marry me, as that would mean you would become her sister-in-law. Why is that my fault? And besides, she's the one who's messed up my face. I'm gonna sue the living daylights out of this woman. You guys all better support me. We're a family, after all. Nina sent me this video. Looks like you were the one who initially attacked her. If anything, she might sue you first. It's very obvious that you were the one that instigated this entire thing. What the? How on earth did she get this video? It's from her car's dashcam. Instead of apologizing to John's fiancée, you decided to attack her. Are you even human? There really is something seriously wrong with you. I don't know if you should be part of this family anymore. Honey, this is all a misunderstanding. Let me explain. You don't need to explain anything. It's very clear that you're the one that's in the wrong. Nina broke off our engagement because of you. My life is now ruined. How are you going to take responsibility for that? She was right. You really are crazy. From now on, you are no longer my sister-in-law. I never would have thought you would turn out like this. How could you be this mean-spirited? Why are you so cruel to her? Are you trying to tame her to be your slave or something? Everything that you did to her is just unacceptable. Wait, you guys aren't seeing the entire picture. You guys think that I'm in the wrong because that girl has been acting like a cunning little fox. She's the traitor and the crazy one. I promise that it's not me. I tried to do everything in my power to maintain this family's ways. She's just a cockroach trying to prey on this family. How dare you call her that? Shame on you, Sarah. Wait, but Taurus, I'm only trying to protect you. You're my mother-in-law. I was just trying to protect this family's ways. Me? Your mother-in-law? I'm this close to disowning you, Sarah. You have brought nothing but shame to our family. I want nothing to do with you. From this day onward. Oh my God, I can't believe that you're saying that to me. Well, Doris, This would have never happened if you didn't try to give John all your assets. Let's be completely honest, shall we? You favor John over James, don't you?
Sarah, enough. Just shut up already. You're taking things too far.
But it's true, isn't it? I haven't said anything wrong. Why, you? How dare you even suggest something like that?
Stop it, please. Everyone. This is enough. We need to calm down.
No! So, this was all because of my money. Is that what you're trying to say, Sarah? You caused all of this trouble over some money problems. That's right. How can you be sure that the sneaky gold digger wouldn't try to steal all of your possessions after you're gone?
Shut your mouth right now. This is absolutely enough. I'm done with you.
James, sweetheart, please take my side.
I can't believe I'm married to someone like you. A complete nut job. There is no way in the world I'm taking your side on this matter. You're hopeless. You've been completely blinded by greed and jealousy. I want a divorce from you, Sarah. I mean it. I can't continue living with a psycho like you. We're done for.
Divorce? Someone please talk some sense into him. That's the stupidest thing that I've heard all year. I'm not opposed to a divorce. At all, actually. I think that it's best if you're gone from this family immediately, Sarah.
Yeah, I agree too. Do it, James.
Have you all gone mad? What's gotten into all of you?
The only one who's insane here is you, darling. I'll be sending over the divorce papers soon. So just sit tight. Don't ever try to get in touch with me again. Got that? I'm gonna block your number.
You shouldn't have let greed get to you. And now look what happened. It cost you your marriage. What a huge shame for you. A woman like you has no future whatsoever. Why are you all treating me like this? I'm only trying to protect the O'Brien family. This is so unfair. Please stop being so stupid. Let's all calm down and help me sue Nina. If you guys all lie and become witnesses in my favor, we can definitely win the court case against her. Hello? Why are you guys not replying? Don't tell me you're serious about the divorce. No! Please don't leave me! A few days later, John called me and told me about what had happened. He explained how sorry he was about letting Sarah treat me so badly, and he promised me that we would never have to see her again. I also apologized to him, saying that I made a pretty rash decision and we managed to talk things out. We came to an agreement that we give our relationship another try. James ended up getting a divorce from Sarah almost immediately. Him and Doris went around their house, picking up all of Sarah's belongings and threw it onto the floor outside. They told her that she'd have to collect everything herself, and then they cut ties with her completely. Unfortunately for Sarah, it was winter and snow had started falling that day. All of her belongings had been half buried in snow by the time she got there. She attempted to carry things, but she didn't have a car or any help, so she just broke down crying on the floor. A few hours later, she was found unconscious on the floor by a guy that passed by, and she was sent to hospital in an ambulance. There was nobody who cared enough to go visit her, though. She had completely lost everything in life, including all of her belongings. On top of that, she had a huge hospital bill and nowhere to go. Looks like she has a very dark future ahead of her. Hey, babe. Did you manage to get on the plane on time? The traffic to the airport sure was crazy. I should have checked Google earlier. Please tell me you made it.
Hey, no worries, babe. Besides, guess what?
What? Oh my god! Were you upgraded to business class or something?
I wish. You did some amazing driving to get me here on time. But typical Dolga Airlines has done it again and is making us wait for another 2 hours.
What? Seriously, you have to use some other airline, honey. Every single time you go on a business trip, you always get either detoured or canceled on.
Hey, at least they give points for compensation and we get to use them on our holidays, right?
Yeah, that's true. But my hands were sweating like Niagara Falls while I was driving.
That's a new one.
You know they have some good deals with Firefly as well. Rachel want to stay in Hawaii at the Marriott.
Really? Damn, that sounds kinda good. Hawaii, huh? Maybe we can go this winter. What do you think? I think I have some miles that I can use.
What? Really? That would be awesome!
Might not be able to stay at the Marriott, but at least the flights will be free.
Yes, yes, yes! Sorry, Dolga Airlines, for beating you down.
I guess I will keep using Dolga then.
But wait. I'm thinking maybe we should go some other time.
Why? Winter is the best time I can arrange my days off. Is there something going on that I've missed?
No, nothing planned. I'm just a bit worried about my mom. It's the festive season, and since Dad's passed away, she may feel a bit lonely being by herself and all.
Oh, of course, you're right. Well, maybe we can have her come along too. What do you think? A family vacation in Hawaii.
What? For real? Are you serious? You're okay with that?
Of course I'm okay with it, babe. Your mom deserves going somewhere warm during the bitter cold weather in Chicago.
But wouldn't that turn out to be a lot? Can we afford that much?
Babe, don't worry. It'll work thanks to the points I've saved up with my business trips all over the country.
Really?
I mean, we won't be able to do anything fancy, but I have enough points to get a decent discount from Holiday Inn. And as for the flights, we can cover for both of us with my mileage points that I've earned from Dolga. We will just need to buy an extra ticket for your mom. You know, I think it should be her birthday present. It's coming up next week, right? What do you think?
Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you! That would be amazing, Derek. She would love it. I'm so lucky to have you as my hubby. Mwah!
Love you too. Miss you already.
Aw, you're so sweet.
I'll call you when I get to the hotel after work. Let's try and get the dates fixed for the vacation. If we buy tickets and rooms now, it should be more affordable.
Okay, got it. I will try checking my mom's calendar later. She should be free, but, you know, just in case.
Good thinking.
Oh, talking about a call. Some unknown number tried calling us multiple times on the phone.
On the phone? You mean the landline?
Yeah. When I got back after dropping you off, the phone was blinking. I think it's a man, judging from the sign on the phone, but he didn't leave a message. Any idea who it could be? Were you expecting anyone to call you? 'Cause I don't recognize the voice.
I have no idea who it could be. I mean, who would even call a landline number?
Same thought I had. It's strange, but I think he called 5 times.
5 times? Seems like he's desperate. Can't you call back and check who he is?
I tried, but like I said, the number was unknown and the phone couldn't call back. Let's see if he calls again. And good thing we kept that phone. I guess Mom was right about keeping the landline.
Yeah. Who knew people still use it?
Hopefully the next time he calls, I can pick up the phone. Or maybe we should record an answering machine message letting people know how to contact us on our hand phones?
Nah, I don't think we should do that. I don't like the thought of broadcasting our numbers to people we can't see.
True. Anyways, we'll let you know if he calls back.
Thanks, babe. Okay, I need to get on a call soon. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, dear. Love you lots.
Me too.
Babe, I know you're on the plane and won't see this yet, but the guy called again and I managed to answer. He said his name's Larry and wanted to talk to you. Didn't tell me anything about what it was. Said he had to talk to you in private. I gave him your number. Hope you don't mind. Mwah.
Hello, Derek. My name's Larry Huntsman. Your father. I got your number from your wife. I would have preferred to talk to you through the phone, but I guess texting is better for you folk. You? You're the one who called us this morning? How the hell did you get our house number? How dare you try contacting me? You just left me and Mom in the dumps. Do you know how hard it was for us? Derek, please calm down. Please listen to what I have to say. No, I'm not going to listen to whatever you have to say. You're dead to me. You never contacted us. You never tried checking in on us. You basically deleted us off your books. I will not allow you to barge into my life now. Mom's dead. Did you know that? She died 5 years ago. You never even lifted a finger to even write your condolence. I know, I'm sorry. But I had my reasons. And trust me, I tried real hard to contact both of you. You and your mom. But she moved states and it became impossible to find you. I'm sorry, especially for making you have a hard time. It must have been awful. I'm sorry. But please just give me a chance to explain things and at least get to know each other a bit more. I may not be able to be a father figure now, but at least we can tie some knots in our relationship. No, I'm fine just the way we are now as strangers. You cheated on Mom. You humiliated her. You humiliated us. That's why we moved states. Please, Derek. That's not true. Let me explain. Are you calling me and Mom a liar? You cheated. I know you did. The looks we got in the neighborhood those days said it all. Even my goddamn teachers were not looking at me in the eye after you disappeared. I don't know who you cheated with, but whoever you cheated with brought shame to us. Even a 9-year-old like me could see that. So no, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to give you another chance. I don't want to have any kind of relationship with you. Don't contact me again. Nor my wife. As far as I'm concerned, you left my life and there is no coming back. You've already caused enough trouble and trauma in my life. I don't want to open that part of my life again. Please don't be like this. Please give me a chance to redeem myself, Derek. Happy birthday, Dorothy. You're as young as ever.
Oh, thank you, dear. You're charming as always.
Thanks. And sorry I couldn't come over today with Sophie. They called me up from work last minute and I couldn't get them to reason with me for our Monday morning meeting.
Don't worry. I explained to Mom about it. It's not your fault they don't have early flights to Dallas tomorrow.
Yeah, but it sucks to leave you guys on such an important day. And on a Sunday.
It's okay, dear. At your age, building your career up is important. If you've got to go, you need to go. That's all there is to it. I've heard from Sophie you've been traveling a lot lately. She says you're getting promoted for all big projects you're handling. I'm proud of you, dear.
Oh, now you're just making me embarrassed. But I promise when I get back, I will take you out for dinner. Anywhere you like.
Oh, that's not necessary, dear. You should save up so you can pay that mortgage instead of wasting money on me. Seeing you two thrive is the best present I can wish for. Oh, Mom, come on. Let's treat you to something for your birthday. You deserve it. Well, I suppose we could try going to that nice Italian restaurant up the hill.
What, you mean Penelope?
Oh, come on, Mom. You deserve better. Think a bit higher. It's for your birthday.
Yes. How about a nice dinner in Hawaii?
Hawaii? I don't remember a place opening up around here with that name. Mom, we're going to Hawaii together. We're taking you with us. This is our present to you. It was Derek's idea. What? Hawaii? You're taking me to Hawaii?
Yes. Not now, though. We're going in December.
No! I can't accept this. This is too much. Hawaii? Really? Oh, come on, Mom. It'll be fun. It'll be good to take a break from the cold weather around here in Chicago. You've never been to Hawaii, right? It'll be fun. Oh, my. Really? Hawaii? Oh, thank you. Both of you. You know it was one of the places I wanted to go with Fred. He said he would take me someday. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, children. Oh, Mom, now you're going to make me cry.
Oh, thank goodness you like it.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. But it must have been expensive being near the festive season. And the hotel. Oh, it's going to cost a fortune with 3.
Please, Dorothy, don't worry about that. We've got it all planned out. Everything is fine.
But still, please don't do something reckless like this again. You need to save up money for later. You two have just started your journey being married to each other, and what will happen if you have children later? You two will need the money. Mom, don't worry. Derek and I are saving some money. We are grown adults, you know. We can take care of ourselves and our budget.
Exactly. So don't worry about us, but worry about what you're going to take and do in Hawaii. We can plan it the next time we go eat at Penelope.
Thank you, kids. I'm so happy. Really, I'm blessed having you two. I could never wish for more. Love you, Mom. And happy birthday again. Derek and I will come by on Friday.
I will call up Penelope to make reservations for us.
Thank you, dears. I will be looking forward to seeing you two. Love you, Mom.
I got on the plane. Can't wait to see you.
You miss me, babe? Don't worry, I've got something ready for you when you get home.
Woohoo!
But other than that, I've also got this letter for you as well. It has important stamped on it.
Who's it from?
Not sure. Do you want me to open it and send pics to you?
Well, now you've got me interested. Send me the pics of the letter. Might as well read it now rather than stressing myself out on the plane.
Got it. Hold on a sec.
Dear Derek, it's Larry, your father again. I'm sorry for upsetting you the other day. I understand that I took you off guard. I know you didn't want to talk to me last time, and I get it, but I was really hoping you would change your mind. So I tried. I should have tried earlier. You're now 28 and probably blooming with opportunities. I see that you have settled down, and I wish you all the luck and happiness you can get. I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you when you were younger. If I could go back in time and change things, then I would. I'm sorry about what happened. At the time, we let our emotions and pride get the better of us. But now, looking back, it all seems so trivial. I wish I could go back and be a better father and husband. Things are bad for me right now. I've been diagnosed with cancer and I don't have long left on this world. I've been receiving treatments, but I'm not sure it's going to be completely effective in solving the cancer. We can hope for the best, but we should also prepare for the worst. I know I haven't spoken to you for 20 years, but I think now is the time to try and get back in touch with you. I know you have your own life, and I know you have things to deal with, but I want you to know that you were always in my mind and in my heart. I divorced your mother, and then I was sent to prison under a false charge. Divorce was one thing, but I think your mother couldn't handle the fact that I was sent to prison. She probably thought if I still had ties with you, it would affect her future. I believe that's why she moved states. After several years, the police finally admitted they made a mistake and released me from prison. I was awarded $300,000 in compensation, and I used the money to start a business. I tried contacting you two, but your mother concealed your whereabouts after moving. I felt miserable and alone. I hated myself. I never married nor had children after getting out of prison. I messed up bad once with relationships, and I didn't want to do it again. So I just focused on my business. It was everything to me. The only thing tangible that I had. The business was very successful, and now I have a huge amount of assets. Despite the chemotherapy, it's evident that I don't have much time left. I need to find someone to leave the assets to. I want to leave them to you, son. You're the only person I care about most in the world. The times we played football out on the yard when you were young are still my favorite moments of my life. I kept wondering, did you ever end up joining a football team in high school? Did you pick up some other interests or hobby at school? I wish we could have talked earlier. I wish I could have found you sooner. But alas, life is harsh sometimes. Not everything goes your way. I'm sorry for everything I've done, and I hope this can help to make up for the pain I put you through. If I had another chance in life, I promise I would have been a better father and a better husband. I hope we can talk one last time. I will leave my number below. Please call when you can. I'll also give you the number for my lawyer. If something happens, he will be the one contacting you to pass on your inheritance. His name is Richard Gibbs. You can trust him. He's been with me more than 10 years now. I just hope I can talk with you one last time before Rich has to intervene. It may sound strange to you now, but I love you, son. Yours truly, Larry.
Oh my god. Your dad's sick? And he's planning to give all his money to you? Oh my god, honey!
Seriously, Sophie? You only took that from this letter?
No, of course not. Sorry that came out wrong. Derek, are you okay?
No. I don't know. It's so... sudden. I'm just lost. I need time to process this.
We can call, honey.
Can't. The plane's starting to move.
I'll leave work early today to pick you up from the airport, okay?
Thanks, Soph. That'll be helpful.
See you, babe.
Hey, Dad. I got your letter. Come on, Dad. Pick up. Please. Hello, Derek Huntsman. This is Richard Gibbs. Your father, Larry's lawyer. Oh no. Don't tell me. I missed him. I tried calling, but he's not picking up. It seems like you got his letter. I'm sorry to say this, Mr. Derek, but your father passed away this morning at 9:43 a.m. Hi. I'm sorry. Was it painful? Did he die in peace? Where is he now? Is there any chance I can at least see him before his funeral? Will there be a funeral? Yes, there will be a funeral. A few of his close friends are currently arranging it. I will pass on the details as soon as they're fixed. I see. And where is he now? Which state? In New York. I will send you the details later, so it will be easier for you to arrange your travels if you're planning to come. Thanks. I will definitely be there. I feel terrible for shutting him off like that, without even giving him a chance. Don't worry. Your father was very understanding in that sense. Even though you two never talked properly, he was still very happy to have found you and was extremely happy to know you were married and had a good life. What kind of person was he? You were close to him, right? He was a great man and founded a great business. Everyone here respected him and will miss him. Also, I want to let you know that he was thinking about you until the very end of his life. Even after his death, he still wants to do his best for you. I feel terrible. He tried to reach out to me, and I was an ignorant jerk. If I had listened to even a bit of his story, we could have shared something. I know he said he wanted me to inherit his assets and everything, but I really don't think I deserve any of it. Mr. Derek, we all have regrets in life. It's easy to look back and wish you'd done things differently. But time and life will always go forward. The best thing you can do now is accept Mr. Larry's will. This was his dying wish, and the thing that will make him happy. Like I said before, you were always on his mind. Accepting his will is the best thing you can do to assure he rests in peace, knowing that all his hard work to redeem himself was fulfilled. Redeem himself, huh? What was the story, do you know? Can you tell me? He mentioned about going to prison in the letter he sent. He was accused of a crime he didn't commit and was sent to prison. It's true he cheated on your mother. But the lady he was flirting with turned out to be a thief and set your father up as the one who committed the crime. It was hard for him, but he kept fighting to clear his name and eventually he won. He maintained his innocence for many years and eventually he got what he wanted. Meanwhile, your mother filed for a divorce. Since in the early years, during his trial, it seemed impossible for him to be innocent. Your mother didn't want you to go through the trauma of having a convict as a father. Your father didn't blame her. He served time in prison, but then he was cleared of all wrongdoing. He went through hard times, but he managed to make a name for himself after being released from prison. After prison, he learned programming and made amazing software and systems for tech companies. We all respect him for carrying on, even when he knew his life was short. He was so worried that his wealth would not be passed on to you. He couldn't rest until he found you. He told me that if he was to pass away before this was sorted out, that I should do everything I can to find you. I'm happy that he at least got a chance to see a glimpse of your life before he died. I don't think I can accept the money. I don't think I deserve it. What am I supposed to do? He worked so hard for all of this, and I don't deserve to inherit it from him. I was cold to him when he contacted me. I didn't want to talk to him. I didn't realize that he was wrongly sent to prison. I should have given him a chance to explain himself. If you don't inherit his wealth, then it will betray his dying wish. He wanted you to have the money. Please, you can't reject it. He couldn't sleep, eat, or drink worrying about it. Please accept his will, Mr. Derek. Well, I guess I will accept. A wise decision, Mr. Derek. There is a lot of money and some property that you will inherit. It will be your job to manage it, but I can help you with that if you want. The total value of all the assets is probably going to be about $20 million. $20 million? Are you serious? What am I going to do with all that money? It's up to you what you want to do with it. You can get financial advice if you're not sure. But it's so much. He put all his efforts into his work to make sure he could pay you back someday. He knows that he caused you so much pain during his life, and the least he could do is to help you like this after his death. Dad, I wish I could have at least said thanks. Once you come to New York for his funeral, we can discuss the details of his will and the inheritance. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the help, Mr. Richard.
Is the process nearly over? Is it all done? Are we really going to inherit all that money? I can't believe this is all happening at the moment. Thank you so much to your dad. What a great guy he was.
Yeah, I just finished talking about the details with Richard. He told me that the process is going to be completed very soon, and then we would have access to the money.
We're going to be rich beyond our wildest dreams! What an amazing stroke of luck.
I know it's a lot of money, but I'm sorry, Soph. I can't feel the same excitement as you right now. I still feel like a jerk.
Oh. Well, how could you have known? Don't be so hard on yourself, babe. Look to the future. Your dad would have wanted you to do that. Don't regret the past. Now think. What are we going to do with all that money? I think we should at least upgrade our vacation to Hawaii, right? We could stay at a much better hotel than plain old Holiday Inn, don't you think? Or maybe we can cancel Hawaii and just go to a different continent. Like Europe! You always said you wanted to go to France and Spain.
Hold on, babe. Slow down. I don't know what I'm going to do with the money. I want to use it wisely. I keep thinking of my dad. It's my dad's hard-earned money that he put so much thought into. I don't want to go on and spend that money on a whim and on random things. Let's keep the vacation to Hawaii as it is. He worked so hard to earn it, so I really feel like I should do my best to spend it on something useful.
Don't let it bother you. Your dad left you all that money and he wants you to be happy. There's nothing wrong with having a little fun. You're not blowing it all on luxuries. It's just a vacation or two. I think he'd be happy if he knew you were having a nice time.
Maybe. I don't know, Soph. I just don't feel comfortable using it at the moment.
Okay. I get it. You need time. You just sit on it and have a good think about it. But really, with that money, we can do anything. I know I shouldn't be, but I'm really excited.
Sophie, please. Can we not talk about this right now? I'm really not in the mood. I want to clear my mind up first.
Fine, sure. I'll wait. Just like always.
What? What is with the attitude? I just said give me time. We will talk about it. I promise, okay?
Fine. Okay.
Derek, dear. How are you holding up? It must have been a hell of a week for you with your father's funeral and everything. How about you come over to my place and I fix you up with some Dorothy's special stew? Thanks, Dorothy. That's really kind of you. But at the moment, I really would prefer to stay alone for a bit. I'm sorry. Please give me some time. Look, sweetie. Things happen. And sometimes you may regret it, but more than a week has passed and you need to stand back up again. I must say Sophie is a bit upset that you're staying cooped up in your study these days. You really need to move on, dear.
Now come over. Look, Sophie's heading here after work too. You should come as well.
Please, Dorothy. Not tonight. I will study with Sophie on Saturday. Is that okay? Again, thank you for your kind invitation. And sorry to make you worry about Sophie as well. I'll talk to her today when she gets back.
You're a good boy and thoughtful too, but really, I suggest you stop brooding over this matter and come. We have matters to discuss.
Sorry, but I lost my father, who I didn't even have a chance to talk to. And I'm now learning about all the things he did and what kind of life he had. The matters that you want to discuss, what are they? Can it possibly wait till Saturday?
Look, I don't want you to take it the wrong way. It's not easy losing a parent. I understand. But you married my daughter, and that means we are all together no matter what.
Yes, I agree. Thank you for the support.
You spent a lot of money on the wedding and also a lot of money buying things for the home. You've done a lot, and I really appreciate it. Sophie is very happy with you. I know that when your mother passed away, you didn't have much left for family, and that it was hard for you. I accept this, and I've always sympathized with you. And that's why I always saw you as my real son.
Okay. Thank you, Dorothy, but is there something else you wanted to discuss about?
Yes, there is something. Now that you've inherited all that money, I was hoping that you could be a little bit more generous with us. We are family, right? I think it would be wise to use that money to upgrade our lives as a family more.
Okay, I see. So the important matter you wanted to talk about was the money I inherited?
Yes, exactly. It's not like I don't trust you, dear, but I just thought it would be good to decide on how that money will be used before it goes to waste.
I wasn't planning to waste the money.
Oh? So, do you have a plan? Because Sophie doesn't seem to be aware of anything. If you have anything in mind, let me know. I have lived my life to learn a few things about finances. I might be able to help with your ideas.
Thanks, Dorothy, but I actually don't have any ideas at the moment.
Ah, well, perhaps you could hear some of my ideas.
Sure, why not? It's important for you to let me know, right?
Yes, it absolutely is. The first and most important thing is the house I'm living in. It's a bit old and not the best quality. Some new apartments have been built in town, and I'd really love to live in one. I know the price is high, but now with the money we have, we can afford it. Think of it as an investment. You can buy it in your name or perhaps put it under Sophie's name so she can also have something to say as hers. Also, I was thinking perhaps you could talk with Sophie and let her quit her job. I'm old and lonely. It would be nice to have her come over more. Hopefully it won't be the case, but I am getting old and will need some help in a few years too. Ah, and the holiday in Hawaii. I know you booked a place in the Holiday Inn, but really I don't see it fit for us anymore. With the money we have to fill the shoes to match our status, dear. If you're wealthy, you need to act like one.
Thanks for the ideas. I'll think about them.
Thinking about them is not enough, dear. It's better to act fast.
And why should I act so fast? What's the rush?
Well, those new apartments are selling quite fast. You wouldn't want to miss out on the investment.
I'm sorry, but buying a house is something that I don't want to rush at the moment. We already have the mortgage to pay for the current house Sophie and I bought. And Sophie quitting her job is something new. She has never mentioned it to me. And I always had the impression she enjoyed her work.
Well, she always had a dream to have her own business and studio rather than having an office job. I think with some of the money you inherited, we could get her a nice studio in the new house we buy. Then she can work from home and stay with me during the daytime. What do you think? I think it would be a win-win situation for all of us, don't you think? $20 million is a lot of money to spare. We can easily afford all of this. It would make all of us so happy.
You've really thought a lot about all this, haven't you? We'll have to see how it goes. I'm not certain what I'm going to do with all that money yet. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying we need to take things slow and see how it goes.
I understand. But remember, you're part of our family now. There's no boundary between us. If I had this much money, I would have spent it all for you and Sophie. We are family now, and we have to do as much as we can for each other while we can, right? I know that your dad would have wanted you to make us happy since you didn't have the chance to do it for your family. I'm sure you're prepared to do everything you can to make us all happy. Right?
It's not that I don't want to make you happy. It's just that I don't want to spend the money without careful consideration. I know my father would want me to spend it wisely. I can only imagine how hard it was for him to earn all that money, and I don't want to spend it without care. We could always stash that money away for our future kids as well, for example. They say raising kids now isn't easy and costs a lot. Wouldn't you want your grandchildren to have a good chance in life without worry about money?
Yes. That's all nice, dear, but there's no sign of children yet. I say we use the money wisely on things that are concrete now. Maybe buying a house is a bit too big of a scale at the moment, but what about upgrading our Hawaii trip? We could at least stay at a better hotel and perhaps upgrade our seats to first class. I am quite old, you know. My knees are awfully painful when I sit upright for too long. Or perhaps you could take us to a different country while I can still move around a bit.
I see you have a similar mindset like Sophie. Perhaps you two already talked about it, but like I said, let me think about this. Just to be clear, this money is something I inherited from my father. I am more than willing to use it wisely for our family, but please let me get my mind straight first. It's only been a week since my father died. Please.
It seems like you're trying to tell me that you're not willing to spend the money on me and Sophie. If that's what you think, then just go ahead and say it. Don't hold back. I always thought I treated you well. Just like my son. If I had a lot of cash, then I'd buy you a lot of things. It's a shame that you don't feel the same. I wish you would show some sincerity to me and appreciate all I've done for you. The least you could do is at least buy some jewelry to show your appreciation.
Dorothy, I appreciate all the kindness you have shown to me ever since Sophie and I got together. I may not have bought you exquisite things until now, but of course if you need something, I will do as much as I can to get it for you. But I don't want to spend my father's money on any old thing. I will buy you something when the time is right, but please don't suddenly heap all these demands on me. It's really not helping the situation. It was hard enough with my father dying and the whole situation around that. Please don't make it worse.
It's been a week. I waited patiently for a week. That's more than enough time to get your emotions settled.
Before I do anything, let me talk with Sophie, since she would be my immediate family at the moment. I will take your ideas into consideration, but for now, I will not make any decisions or buy anything.
You should act more like a man and take bold actions and move quickly. I gave you my wise advice, and it would have been good if you took it and acted upon it. Go ahead and talk with Sophie. See what she has to say. What did you say to Mom? She was basically bawling her eyes out after I finished my call. At this rate, I don't think I'll come home. I think I need to stay with her to calm her down. You made her so upset. What did you say to her?
I didn't say anything wrong to her, and I have no idea why she's crying. We've been together for over 5 years now. You know me, and you know I wouldn't be rude to anyone. I'm always respectful to people, especially older people like your mother.
So why is she so upset then?
She wanted to talk about all the money I had inherited from my father. Did she tell you that?
I knew it was something to do with that, but she didn't tell me the details. She only said that you flat out disagreed with her and basically told her that you didn't consider her as family.
Wait, what? Really? She said that?
Well, that's the story I got.
I never said I didn't consider her as family. She's probably upset because I didn't openly agree on spending anything she wanted from me. I told her that I would consider her ideas and would talk to you first. My father worked hard to earn this money, and I told her that I want to be careful in how I spend it. I didn't say no to her, but she just didn't understand my point of view.
Is that what the problem was all about? Couldn't you at least agree to some of her ideas?
She was talking about buying a new house for her to live in, changing our plans to Hawaii, getting her jewelry. She even suggested you quit your job since she thinks we don't need your income anymore. It was just too much all at once. I didn't know how to react. I don't have a plan for the money yet, and I want some time to think about it.
Couldn't you have just agreed to some of her demands?
Are you joking? All that money? It was crazy. She wants so much stuff and she wants it right now.
But we don't want Mom to be unhappy. We could at least buy some jewelry for her. I know she'd appreciate that.
We can spend some money on her when the time is right, but I really don't think she should just come to me with a big list of demands. I mean, yes, sure, we are family, but this money is something I inherited. If we're going to discuss about how to use the money, I would want to discuss it with you first. You're my wife, my immediate family, not her. She was talking about buying a new house for God's sake. That's not something she should be suggesting. And what about her thoughts on letting you quit your job?
I think Mom has a good point, though. Buying a house for her would be good. We could put it under my name so it's easier for transition later if we need it. And my job. I mean, I like it, but you know my dream is to have my own photo studio. Plus, Mom's getting older. It would be good to stay around with her. The money now is there for all of us to spend, right? I mean, we are a family, and if we know it's going to make us all happy, why not do it?
I know that the money is for all of us. I'm not denying that. I'm happy to share it between family members. It's just the way she came to me demanding things. There was so much, and she sounded so entitled about it. I wish she'd be a bit more respectful and give me, or at least you and me, some time to discuss things first. Look, my father faced a life of hardship to get to where he was in life. I don't want to betray his effort by spending his hard-earned money on a whim. I was thinking of maybe saving the money for our kids when we have them. You know, for education and stuff. My father essentially saved the money for his kid, me. So why not keep that thought and pass it on to our kids? We're all living a fairly good life now with no financial problems. Let's keep it like that. Humble and nice.
Sure, babe. That's a nice thought, but who knows when we will have kids? I mean, we can spend a bit of the money you inherited. It shouldn't hurt, right? She just wants a new home and a good vacation. How expensive can it be?
But why does she want that house now? And really, why should it be under your name? What's that all about?
Why do you need to think about this? I don't know why she wants to do that, but what does it matter anyway? Why should we argue over these minor details? It's nothing. We're family anyway. Are you worried about a divorce or something? Do you think we're going to run off with your money? Do you think we're going to scam you or something? After inheriting so much money, are you going to become a douchebag?
Wait a minute. Hold on now. Why are you suddenly getting all offended? I'm not accusing you of anything. Is it so hard for you guys to wait a bit and think of other options?
Well, now I can see what Mom was so upset about. Looks like you don't want to share that money and keep it all for yourself.
What? No. Like I said, why not keep it for our kids? We're good as we are now. If we really need it, we can use it. And if you really want to start your own business, by all means, we can figure something out. Let's draw a business plan first and make sure the invested money will come out good.
See, again, you're just trying to buy time. You're making excuses to not spend that money.
I'm not. I'm fine to spend it. I just want to sit down and draw out a plan. I mean, those new apartments that your mom is talking about. That neighborhood has always been trying to catch investors, but never has been able to succeed. A photo studio sounds great, but not around your mom's neighborhood where the majority are elderlies. Having a place in the city makes more sense, but you will need to find a way to beat competitors.
I think it's all excuses. You had no family when we started dating, and now you have. You should be more willing to do things for us. You know it's the right thing to do. We've done so much to help you feel included until now. And I think now is the time for you to return the favor. You've suddenly come across a lot of money, and you should really help us out with it. If your attitude doesn't change, I don't know how long this marriage is going to last. If we get divorced, then you'll have to give half of the money to me.
What? Divorce? Is it really heading that way? All I'm asking for is a bit more time to think about how we spend the money. That's it.
Well, I think you're being stingy and selfish. You haven't been talking to me properly for days now either. I bet you're thinking of a way to stash away that money from us.
What? Really? Sophie, are you seriously accusing me of being selfish after losing my father a week ago?
You could at least give a promise about buying something for us. Even a little bit, like upgrading our seats to Hawaii or something.
I can't believe this. I thought you would take my side and think this was not the appropriate time to discuss monetary matters. I guess I was mistaken. You and your mom are just acting like entitled, selfish gold diggers at this point.
How dare you? You take that back!
No, I won't. Because ever since you two learned about the inheritance, you've been talking about it. Come to think of it, you were only worried about the money that he was planning to give. You never offered to even comfort me after my father's funeral. You only kept asking about the money and the discussions with Richard.
Well, that's certainly not how I would put it. I was equally shocked about your dad and even came to pick you up from the airport.
Yeah, that one time. Ever since that day, the only thing I've been hearing from you is, when are you meeting the lawyer? How much are we getting? When are we getting it? Let's upgrade our vacation. You're unrecognizable, Sophie. I thought of you as a thoughtful and caring person. I would say you're the one that changed after this inheritance money. You and your mom.
I am thoughtful and caring. I'm thinking about my mom's happiness. She's getting old. She deserves to have things while she can. Since you lost your mom at an early age and didn't have a dad around, maybe it's difficult for you to understand how much a parent's happiness means to someone.
Wow. At this rate, I think you're right. There is no way we can stay together anymore. I can't believe you just said that after I just lost my father. No, wait, forget about my father. But the audacity for you to say that after all the things I did for your mom. I hate to bring it up and remind you about this, but who was the one who bought those damn tickets to Hawaii and booked a hotel for her birthday?
You! But with your miles!
The miles was used on our tickets, not hers. And do I have to remind you of the other presents I got her for her birthdays before?
We gave those together.
No, we did not. I bought all of those as our gift because we are family. Because as a married couple, I didn't think we needed to separate me and you. But after seeing your attitude, I don't think I can stay as us anymore. We're done. Let's get a divorce. And I'm not giving you any of that money. This is my father's hard-earned money. You and your mom don't deserve a single nickel.
That's what you think. But since we were married when you inherited that money, half of it will come to me. All assets of a married couple have to be split evenly, right? So be my guest. Let's file the divorce. At least this way we can use $10 million any way we want without listening to your stupid excuses.
Fine. Let's see how it goes. But don't come running to me if it doesn't go your way. I just heard from Sophie. What is the meaning of this divorce nonsense? I know that money can change people, but not to this extent. You must be mad to let my daughter go. Can't you get a hold of yourself? Money sure has changed the both of you as far as I can see. How dare you accuse us of being gold diggers? After all those years spending time together, that's all you've got to say to us. All my daughter wanted was for me to be happy. That's it. You could have just said yes and be done with it. You still would have had plenty of money left. Sorry, but I think our relationship has gone beyond repair, Dorothy. All those years were wonderful, but you and Sophie have ruined it by showing your true colors. How rude. And here I was trying to play the Cupid and put you two together again. Fine. Then be gone with you. Half of your assets will come to Sophie anyway. It should be more than enough for us to get a decent house. Not sure how decent your house is going to be with the assets she will get. She may get something from the house we live in now, but nothing from the inheritance money. And just so you know, the house we live in now with Sophie, most of the mortgage is coming from me. So she may not be even getting half of the value of our place. Oh, poppycock. I know what will happen with this divorce, and mark my words, half of all your assets will come to Sophie. Including that inheritance money. Anything you gain during marriage must go to Sophie as well. Sorry, Dorothy, but I can't waste much more time talking with you. The divorce papers will be filed soon, and hopefully we will have a clean and fast divorce. You won't have to worry about acting all nice to me anymore. Good riddance.
As soon as we are done with you, we will use the money to spend quality time as mother and child. I'm sure Sophie will find a true gentleman next time. Someone who will fly over and do anything for us to be happy.
Good luck with that.
So when is the payment happening? I still don't see any transfer into my bank account.
I'm working on it now with Richard. He will be getting in touch with all of us soon.
Hurry up! I want to be done with this and move on already.
There are a few more details that Richard needs to get sorted, then we're done.
Fine, just let him know to hurry up.
Hi, so I just wanted to say all is done. Assets have been shared.
Derek, where is the money? Sophie has yet to receive her share of the amount. I just checked my bank account, but I don't think everything's been shared.
What are you talking about? All the value of our house, as well as the other assets we own together, has been shared as agreed.
No, it has not!
Oh, well, what have I missed?
Why are you pretending you don't know? You owe me half of your wealth. It's pretty obvious the 20 million you inherited hasn't been shared.
Ah, I thought you would ask about that. That's why I included Richard to our chat. Richard, could you kindly explain what's going on? Hello, everyone. As you know, I'm the one who has been handling the inheritance matter as well as helping Mr. Derek through this divorce.
Yes, we know all that. Now hurry up and explain when we will be expecting our money.
Of course. Now, with this divorce, the property that Mr. Derek and Miss Sophie owned in common will be shared. That means that the house will be split between the two of you, as well as the car, etc.
What about all the other money? What's going to happen to that? How much of that are we going to get?
That money was inherited and therefore is not to be shared between the parties who are getting divorced. The laws only apply to money that the couple earned during their marriage, and it doesn't include the inheritance. That money was inherited exclusively to Mr. Derek and unfortunately can't be shared with you. Unless there are other reasons for Mr. Derek to think otherwise, he has no obligation to share that money.
Now, wait 1 minute! They were married when he inherited that money. She has as much right to have that money as Derek does.
Unfortunately not. That money was meant to be passed on to Mr. Derek by his father.
No. This can't be happening. You're joking, right?
Did you really expect my dad's money would go to you? I told you that this would happen, but you didn't believe me. You made your mistake and now you'll just have to live with it.
No, you can't do this to me, Derek! You can't leave my daughter like this. How is she supposed to survive? Derek, I didn't tell you because I was afraid you would try to stick with me because of it, but I'm pregnant, Derek. Yes! You need to give her money, Derek. Richard, in this case, since Sophie is pregnant with Derek's child, wouldn't she be entitled for child support?
Well, if the child is born and is really Mr. Derek's, then yes, Miss Sophie may have the rights for child support. That's all bull. There's no way in hell you're pregnant.
I'm not lying!
Then show me some evidence that you're pregnant. And if you are, we are definitely going to get a DNA test done to make sure that child is mine. After seeing how you two reacted, I know that you will do anything to get my father's money.
I am not doing a DNA test. It would be too risky for her pregnancy.
There is always the option to do it after the birth if Miss Sophie is high at risk. But I must warn you that under these circumstances, trying to avoid a DNA test is futile.
But I know it's Derek's.
Sorry, Sophie, but that's not enough because I have huge doubts about it.
Come on, Derek. It's just half of what you have. You will still have 10 million. That's more than enough for a single man.
Ah, so this pregnancy talk was a sorry trick up your sleeve? Sorry, Soph, but you'll just have to make do with what you have. You and your mother aren't getting anything more from me.
Wait, let's talk this over, Derek. We took things a bit too rash and jumped into conclusions too fast. You can have all the time you need to think about how to use your dad's money. Heck, I'm all in on saving it for our future children. Let's do that. After some thought, it makes sense. Especially after getting pregnant.
I've had enough of this conversation. I'll be closing the chat group soon. Hope you all stay happy together. Bye. The two of them understood the situation too late. They thought they were going to get a huge payout of this divorce, but thanks to Richard's work, it never happened. And on top of that, they tried faking a pregnancy to get an excuse for more money. Richard mentioned that I could actually sue them for fabricating a pregnancy and for fraud. At first, I thought it would be going too far and thought it was their last desperate excuse to be heard. But they kept bringing it back up to me again and again, saying Sophie was pregnant. And guess what? Sophie turned out to be pregnant. We ended up going to court, but the judge was on my side and forced Sophie to take a DNA test. It turned out that she was cheating on me while I was on business trips and had a baby with some random guy. That was why they leapt on the chance to get a house under Sophie's name. It was shocking. And after that trial, I had nothing to say to them. I think finally they felt ashamed of what they did and left me alone. Especially after I threatened them about suing them for fraud. Right now, as far as I know, they're living together in Dorothy's old house. Sophie gave birth, but is now struggling to provide for 3. It seems like she's working double time to get by since her mom's too old to work. I doubt they will be able to go on a vacation to Hawaii anytime soon. I feel sorry for the kid, but at this point, Sophie is all to blame. I am still deciding what I'll do with all the money I inherited. I think I might use it to help people in need. I especially want to help children who have lost a parent. I feel like there aren't enough institutions to help with kids going through trauma after losing a parent. I know my father would have appreciated me using the money in this way.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.